Yo, my dope people, what is good, man? You already know this is your man David G, Cosmo Astrology channel, aka Cosmo, whatever y'all want to call me. I'm sending y'all positive love. You already know, sending y'all positive vibrations, positive energy. Before I get into this message, this video, man, let's take a deep breath. You already know we got to become present since it's a gift. Welcome to the present. You feel me? With that being said, man, let's just get straight into the video. Full moon in Sagittarius coming up for, Western tropical astrology. What does that mean? What does a full moon mean? And what is significant about the sign, if it being in the sign of Sagittarius? Number one, know your chart. Check your astrology chart and see what house is being occupied by the sign of Sagittarius. Things will probably be illuminated within that area of your life. Again, if you don't know that, or you don't want to know, or not necessarily want to know, but if you want a professional to do it, hit me up. I do astrology readings. I don't do just full moon readings. I do astrology readings. Now I do tarot readings, and I also add my Moonology Oracle deck to give you more of a specific message with the tarot reading. For full moon phases. So if you're interested in that, again, DM me on my socials. I'll make sure I link it in my description through my link tree. And there's $50 per tarot reading. I am not dropping it for anyone. So if you want one, be ready to pay $50, point blank, period. However, you're going to get exactly the answers that you desire and probably and some. So with that being said, full moon in Sagittarius. First of all, full moons are at its brightest peak. It's at the highest illumination possible for the full moon. Now, even metaphorically, right? It's illuminating everything around you that you have not been conscious of, and some things you have been conscious of. That's why it's at its brightest peak, because it's like a bright light shining down on the things around you for you to consciously know what you are manifesting, what was being manifested around you, whether it was your conscious or subconscious programming, right? So let's start there. Number two, full moon. Full moons are really good for taking chances, and it's good for like really casting positive spells, right? Now, I know some of you are looking, what did he just say, casting spells? Spells are just words. When you talk, you are casting spells. That's why it's called spelling, right? And look, people who like it's no shade to people who, my religious people, but listen, man, people in the religious sector, man, a lot of people will like to, think of casting spells is a bad thing, but they're doing the same shit. They're just not telling you that it's casting spells. So you know what that makes them? That makes them fucking hypocrites. I'm just being honest. So full moon, again, is really good for taking chances on things, because, things were illuminated, so you can take that calculated risk. You can take that calculated chance. Casting good spells, journal. And what I mean by casting spells, you can speak things into your existence, because when you understand, you create your own reality, and everything that you say matters. Matter, physical matter. So everything you say matters. You create your own reality and it will manifest. So it's a good time to, again, speak things into existence, journal things, daydream about, and use visualization on a method of manifesting and daydreaming, and how you want to bring things in you, utilizing the law of attraction. Culmination and success of everything you started during the waxing moon phase. So the waxing, let me see, which I want to say, okay, so the waxing crescent phase was 3 days after the new moon, right? So whatever you are manifesting at that time, now I'm not saying that if you're manifesting 50K, $50,000, you're going to get $50,000. That's not what I'm saying. It could be illuminated on how you can get that $50,000, but it's very hard to manifest $50,000, and what's it, about 10 days? Very unlikely, right? So I'm just saying, use your logic to think about how this full moon is being utilized, and, what you can manifest, and how, I don't like using the word realistic, but to an extent, some things got to be realistic in regards to the time frame. Again, if you're manifesting, 50K, 100K, you're probably not going to get. It's unlikely you're going to get that within that small time frame. But what will be illuminated, though, is how you can get that 50K, how you can get that 100K, the journey that's going to come, come into play, the process that you need to initiate in order to gain that. That will definitely manifest more than likely. Maybe not on the day of the full moon, but I'll say from the day of the full moon till up about, I'll say 2 to 3 months, right? You'll see things be illuminated for you, so you're conscious of what you need to do, the process that you need to initiate, and the steps that you need to take. Also, with the full moon, people are also more receptive. It's really good for relationships and partnerships. Great for dealing with romantic issues. Act on desires and take chances. And again, this is mainly because the full moon presents sometimes a turbulent energy. It depends on like what part of the full moon phase we're in, because the full moon energies, you'll feel them about a week prior to the full moon date and a week after, so it depends on, what part of that phase you're in. But it is a really good time to make sure you just address, partnerships, relationships, address different types of issues, because people are going to be more receptive because they're not really in a Mars-like energy. The moon is a feminine energy. It is receptive. It is creative. So think about, reception, think about creativity and how you could utilize those energies, to your best benefit, to the most positive outcomes that you can create. That's how you got to look at it. Also really good for, doing rituals for abundance, for protection, and things along those lines. Also, let me see, I got my notes here. Also things for success, so again, man, really creativity, receptivity, and passion, and really channel that energy the best way you can, right? It's a feminine energy. So also be receptive. It's really a good time to be receptive, because you're going to gain a lot of wisdom from that reception, right? Also, it's in a sign of Sagittarius, right? Sagittarius, the energy of Sagittarius is higher learning. It is wisdom and understanding. There's a spiritual essence to it, a religious essence to it. There is also, what else? I'll say travel, long distance travel, optimism. Be optimistic about what you're creating. Again, you create your reality. So on top of that, you got to have faith and knowing that it's happened already. Now, even to touch on faith really quick, a lot of people use faith in the context of probability. Like I have faith that this will happen. You have to understand it has already happened. That's why you are able to imagine it. We have a brain, a mind, right, that can imagine things and give us visions of things that we have not yet experienced. How? You know what I'm saying? So if you can see it in your mind, it has already happened. You are just attracting yourself to that opportunity and to that experience. So faith is a matter of, faith is a matter of already knowing it has happened already. You are just enjoying the journey on the way to that experience, right? So full moon in Sagittarius, again, definitely know your chart and see again what house Sagittarius is occupying, and that's going to definitely help you out. My last point too with the full moon is really good for releasing. What I mean by that is releasing the energies, releasing the just things that no longer resonate with you, man. If you are over hanging around certain types of people, if you're over caring about the opinions of people, if you're over having money issues, if something has been bothering you, for the last, so and so months, time really doesn't matter. I mean, just kind of throwing out some ideas. If you want to, just release things that, again, you just do not like about yourself, then now is a good time to journal about it. And when you journal about it, you are going to release it during the full moon. What I personally do, you don't have to do this, but I personally do it, is I journal things down that I do not resonate with anymore, that I do not like. And during the full moon, I go outside and I burn that paper in the middle of the full moon. So it's just a very good energy, and it feels good to do it. And you are supported by the universe when you do that. When you do that, you are supported by the cosmos. So with that being said, man, I just got done eating. Y'all already know. With that being said, don't want to make this video too long. Just want to let you all know some tips, on how to utilize this full moon energy and how to go about, the energies, man. Again, the energy, it could be a little bit turbulent, for the next, the full moon is, also the full moon is on the 23rd. That's another thing. The full moon is on May 23rd. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in the beginning of the video, but if not, now you know. Also, probably what you'll start seeing illuminated is whatever you have been manifesting around December time frame. The new moon in Sagittarius was December 12th. So the full moon in Sagittarius is going to illuminate, the solutions in the process for, what you've been manifesting around that time. So go look at your journal around that time frame. If you journal, go look at maybe your Apple Notes or go look at your social media account and see what you had going on around, again, mid-December. And you'll see a lot of these solutions and the processes and the journeys start to illuminate throughout this full moon phase. With that being said, this is your man, David G. Hope all is well, man. Sending y'all mad positive energy. With that being said, drink your water. Health is wealth. You already know. Stay fit. And let's just take a deep breath before we get up out of here. You already know. Welcome to the present. It's a gift. And you already know, man. We out. Okay.